Hopefully it works. I haven't really used it much yet. But yeah, I'm about to minimize chat and go full tryhard mode here. So I think we're pretty much ready for this, or as ready as I'm going to be able to get, given my shit SSF luck. Thank you, no saffles. So yeah, here we go. Max Watchstone Awakener.
Learn anything new? Glad you made it back.
Did you really think this would work?
Cirrus, please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is as easy as flicking a pest.
No!
Zana!
Kirak!
How boring and small.
You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Oriath, I will burn to the ground.
Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Glorious flames!
What's this? A real challenge? You've finally caught my attention. Die. Die.
Watch beauty crumble! Creation itself! Why resist? Obliteration!
I need more mana. Embrace nothing.
The others found strength in their projections. They became reliant on them. I am not so foolish. Be silent.
I have seen beyond.
Die. Die. Be silent.
Watch beauty crumble! resist.
Is life really interesting enough to warrant all this pain? Die.
Beyond, there is only horror.
Die.
Your lives are meaningless! Glorious flames!
I need more mana.
Creation itself!
On the edge of death, my heart races. I am alive.
Beyond, there is only horror. Die. Be silent.
You will long for
Non-existence. Die. Everlasting fire. Die. This world is doomed. Die. Everlasting fire.
feel the thrill of
The void. Die.
I felt something.
Alright, well then. It's done. I almost died to the fucking storms in the left because I thought I had a little more time before the degen kicked in.
I'm so sorry.
But, nice fucking loot. Like, what the fuck? Are they serious? Oh, it's a crimson. It's a crimson, Joel. I thought it was a... you know... But hey, that's what I wanted from him. Or one of the things I wanted. That's gonna be nice. I definitely agree with what other people have said, where I think it's 90% nerves. You know, it's SSFHC. You spend a lot of time building up these characters, you know, to get to this point, and yeah, the actual mechanics of the fight were not difficult at all. I mean, granted, I really studied the fuck out of it. I didn't get to do any practice runs in Standard. I did like a dry run at like 16 watchstones in both Phase 1 and Phase 2. Twice, actually. One time to Phase 1, one time Phase 1 and Phase 2. But yeah, honestly, like, he did not feel very threatening at all. The storms are the only stupid thing. I'm pretty sure I could have full tanked a last phase dive beam without even flinching. Like, I'm a fucking beefcake right now. It's done. It's done now. Cyrus down in SSFHC, by the way. Let me, I guess I should take my base type. Not that I'm going to be rolling an ES build this league. What the fuck is this? Karui Shores? Oh, does this like replace Oriath now? I heard about
just
this.
Make life complicated.
Like you can't go back to Oriath or something. Yeah, I guess this is the new town. Yeah, it's done. I mean, I'm probably like, you know, way down the ladder, but I went pretty casual. For a while. I mean, I basically haven't been playing much this past week. But yeah, I can say I did it at least. I can say I did it, and honestly, like, it really wasn't that hard. It really wasn't that hard. Yeah, 45. Nah, this has beat me. Hey, it's done. One of the top first 50 people to beat Awakener in hardcore SSF, so I guess that's something to be proud of. Let me get chat back up here. Did you level this build all the way as skeletons? No. Did I do specters for faster leveling? Yes. I leveled mainly as non-cyclone slave drivers, although if I had to do it again, I probably would do the cyclone version because I'm pretty sure it's faster. But I went with a slightly more traditional setup.
That would just make life
But yeah,
complicated.
I mean, I was basically, for those of you who have been like roughly following the stream, I was like roughly basically ready to do this fight like 6 days ago. But then like a lot of shit's been happening like the past couple days, including the fact that I wanted to farm some gear for some other characters before I did the fight, so... Yeah, I don't know, I didn't feel very threatened though. Honestly, like the only part where I got even remotely low was when I waited too long for the storms. Like as I said, even if he hit me with the full die beam, I'm like, yeah, I don't really think he could have fucked me up very much. But, yeah. I'm actually happy with the loot. I thought it was a random Crimson. Because for some reason I thought the Thread of Hope was prismatic, but it's Crimson apparently. Because all the, you know, all the super special jewels are prismatic. Yeah, this is actually what I wanted, honestly. Like, you can do some crazy shit with this, like pick up phase aggro without actually being aggro and whatnot. So, like, maybe not for this build. I mean, divining it's gonna be rough, right? But yeah, I got the jewel. So I'm gonna leave this character like more or less as is right now. We're gonna go level the Burning Arrow, play that for a while, and use that for map for a while. I might do a few more Awakener kills, at least to get the loot that I want. I don't really care too much about the ladder at this point. But yeah, just to get some loot. But I'm going to leave this character in its pure bossing setup right now and just use it for Conquerors and Awakener. And use the other character map. One thing I am considering doing, and I thought of doing this before Awakener if I survive the Awakener fight, and provided I don't die to any successive Awakener fights, one thing I am considering doing is actually going for 100. I've leveled to 100 in hardcore many times before, but I actually haven't done it in SSF yet. You know, this is like the first league. This is the first 3 month where I've actually started in SSF. I've always been Trade League. So I've done it in Trade League a million times. So yeah, I mean, I'm not far away from the level 20, from the 4th Spectre. Like, I have the +1 wand. All I have to do is craft boots. Like, that's it. I need to get more pristine fossils, but I planned for that. When I said there were, like, things I wanted to farm before I did Awakener, that was one of the things, is I wanted to get, like, a really, really big sulfide bar and fill it up all the fucking way. Where the fuck is Nico? So we can just delve to level on the next character, as well as get fossils on the way. Yeah, I've got 40k right now. I should just go ahead and fill it up like all the way, though. Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, I mean, I guess, like, I just wish I had done it sooner. Like, I mean, nerves were definitely getting me. When Uber died, nerves definitely, like... I wasn't really that nervous about the fight till I saw Uber die. And then that definitely like kind of like jumped it back up a bit, like realizing just exactly how dangerous the phase 3 die beam could be. And that's when I really like became intent on like, I want to be able, because it's like, as I've said many times before, I don't boss a lot in PoE. I'm no PoE Dan when it comes to like boss mechanics in PoE. Like, usually I make fast builds and try to go for 100. I don't really do that many bossers. In fact, there's only been 2 leagues throughout the entire time I've played PoE where I've actually rolled a bosser as my main character. I usually roll fast mapping characters. So yeah, like I definitely, once like my ISP killed me at 93.5, I was definitely a lot more concerned about just getting it down safely rather than, getting it down quickly. And I think I definitely did wait a bit too long. I think, I definitely was a little nervous. And I was fucking nervous. I mean, I don't have a cam so you guys can't see, but it was very, very much, knees weak, arms heavy. Like even though I had like been in the fight twice before already, on lesser watchstones, and I've watched, a dozen different fucking videos and like looked at everyone's mistakes and everyone's setups and like taken all the knowledge I could. Yeah, like I don't want to say over prepared. There are a few things which I think I could definitely cut from the setup and still be pretty safe. Like I don't think the crab was necessary, but my god did it make me tanky. Like I don't think he ever took off more than like 1-2k health ever. And then honestly, towards the end of the fight, I was just like running through the shit that I knew wasn't dangerous. Like the spinny beams, like I was just ignoring it. Like it was doing so little damage. Like, I just realized I wasn't paying attention to the degen grounds the whole fight. Oh my god. Like I just didn't even think about that. Like the degen grounds are like the most like lethal thing. Like if you're standing on that and get die beamed or something, that's the most dangerous thing. And I was not paying any attention to them the entire fight, but at the same time, I never felt super threatened. Like the biggest thing I was concerned about was just not getting like die beam tracked in the last phase. But yeah. As far as improvements to the build, just taking the setup, going like, what would you improve? Because I know that's all that's going to be asked. So I'm just going to probably upload this whole fucking thing to YouTube, including what I'm saying right now. As far as improvements that I would make, obviously a historic jewel is a big one. That was one of the things I tried to get before the fight, but I didn't get one. I did a 3-way. I think I should have saved for a 4-way, but I only had 3 and decided to go for it. It took me long enough to get 3 and I didn't get one. But getting one of the Vol jewels that have either HP as extra ES or the max Chaos Rest, preferably the max Chaos Run, obviously. You can divine it, but divines can be a little orangey at SSF, obviously. Either one of those would have been pretty good. The Chaos Res one especially, I think, is the best one right now for just pure mitigation. Or the Karui Jewel, which, gives glancing blows, where you can do the max block, and you would just put it right here. Mind over matter, these two. This jewel socket right here. But the Karui Jewel would only be good if you have Sapphols. Like, it's worthless if you don't have Sapphols, in my opinion. And yeah, that's the other item that I never got that I wish I had got, is Sapphols. Because Sapphols would make a really big difference on this fight. Because you can spell block. My DPS was not quite as high as I thought it was going to be, honestly. I think that next time I try the fight, I'm going to try the Impale setup instead of the Ruthless. Because, considering I've got like a level 21 gem and, fully link, it's not perfect links because I've got Feeding Frenzy in my links because of my chest colors are a bit of an issue. I would ideally have 4 red. And Feeding Frenzy, just being triggered by the other minions, which it already is anyway. But, yeah, the links are the other thing that I would try to optimize a bit more. Running skeleton minion damage, brutality, melee fizz, ruthless, and maim. I'm sorry, ruthless and impale instead of ruthless or impale. And cutting the Feeding Frenzy. Because you really don't need the charge on the skeleton in this fight. I was just limited by colors because I got fucked on my reach of coloring. That's something we might try to fix while leveling the Burning Arrow. Like, I'll definitely be, maybe trying to improve this character a little bit. You bet your ass I'm still going to be chancing Sapphols. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, either way, regardless of whether I lived or I died, the plan was to do Burning Arrow next, map with that character, use this one for bossing. But yeah, I might push this character to 100, respec it back to Spectres at some point. The thing is, when I do that, I'm no longer going to be killing Awakener. That's the one thing. So I want to make sure I get whatever loot I want off him first. This is limited to 1, right? This isn't limited? Oh, you can get multiple of these on the same tree? That negative bonus is going to really start adding up, though. Especially if it high rolls. Because I can't divine very well in SSF. But yeah. Definitely try to set something up like that. We need to look at the Burning Arrow tree and actually see if we can fit this jewel in that tree. I don't know if I could really fit it in this tree. The thing is, there's no, like, fat keystone that I need to try to jump to or something like that. It's not like I'm on the right side of the tree and I really want to jump to Phase Acro or something like that. There's nothing to really, like, jump to. It's all just lots of clusters, and I want, like, everything in the cluster. So I don't know if it's going to be useful in this build, like, but yeah, this is like a keystone thing in my eyes. This is used for jumping to keystones. You put this on large or very large and use it to jump to keystones that you can't get to otherwise. Like this is I think the biggest one. But obviously, you know, there's several other keystones. You know, you could probably jump to Mortal Conviction. Or I guess it's kind of fucked now with the change, isn't it? Yeah, it's not what it used to be, is it? Yeah, even jumping like Elemental Overload from... Actually, I don't know. There's no good jewel site from here even. Coming from the south. Yeah, that might be used in the BA build, although I don't know. I do want a path up north, so yeah, we gotta look at that tree again. Salvos is better for bossing. It's better for Awakener, because everything he does is a spell. I don't think he has a single attack. Literally everything he does is a spell. I forgot to update that. But yeah, I'll probably just upload that whole thing to YouTube. It's just like, you know, the fight plus my immediate thoughts thereafter. I mean, clearly I did not execute the fight perfectly. You can see there were like multiple mistakes that I made. There was, you know, besides the storm thing, there was, there was one time when he did the corridor and I tried to run out the other way. Because I was far away. I didn't realize it went all the way to the edge of the arena. Like, everybody always tanks it or runs to him or has their minions tank it. And I didn't really want to do the minions tank it because my mana, my unreserved mana is, you know, so fucking low. Let me get in my hideout so we can actually look at how it's set up. Yeah, so I have 50 unreserved mana right now. My skeletons cost 37 mana. Like, and I use the jewel, you know, in order to summon large amounts quickly. But it means, like, you know, there's like a delay, and if they're all grouped up together, they're all going to take the ball, they're all going to die. And then, like, I'm not going to be able to chain summon, so... My plan with that part was to always cancel it. I was never planning on using it as a DPS phase because of that. If I could chain summon skeletons, I would have done that, but yeah, I was never planning on doing that. But yeah, I thought I could go out the other way because I just happened to be close to the far side, so I thought, and yeah, I get to the edge and it goes all the way to the edge of the arena, and I'm like, oh. But unfortunately it didn't matter because the minions had been absorbing hits, and yeah, as I said, you know, I'm actually fairly tanky. Like, you know, as I said, there's a few things I'm missing, but honestly, between it's the historic jewels, Sapphiles, slightly better chest links, and oh yeah, a Vol Skelly. Like, I'm using a 21-23 Skelly. I never got a 21 Vol. So yeah, if I could get like a 21 Vol, that definitely would have sped things up a bit. And I kind of do, like, next kill I do, I definitely want to try using Impale and see if it's a bit faster, even though I'm not using Dread Banner. And I don't know. I didn't think it would take as long as it did, especially given, you know, I've got the Delve Helm that I crafted. I had another Delve Helm that was better than this that I fucked up because I was tired and I was crafting it. I fucking blocked a prefix and slammed a suffix when I meant to do the other way around. So I bricked it for crafting a Void Elements, and I tried to save it with Bestiary, and it got ruined. Did I do Conquerors as Skelly Summoner? I did low-tier Conquerors with Spectres and Skellies. When I got to max-tier Conquerors, I switched to Skellies. Spectres just start to die a lot in the higher-level Conqueror fights. You only have Sapphiles? Ons is pretty easy to get. You'll find an Ons. Like, I found 2. But, like, you know... I could have been chancing them a lot more too. I never chanced a single thing this league. I've probably used 1,000 chance orbs this league. On Forbidden Tastes and Sapphiles and Colossal Shells, I never chanced anything. I fucking hate chance orbs. But yeah, that's done. So let me kick my music back.